All right, here we go.
I feel the need for speed. Top Gun 2 Maverick. Now, I was actually kind of excited to see this movie, even though it took a long time till we finally got here. And this will be a spoiler review, and it's this time directed by Joe Kosinski, and this time the story follows Tom Cruise. You know, he's still in the Navy, still flying, testing out one of these new jet or engine planes. They never explain what exactly it is, to test G-force, how fast, you know, how strong the G-force can go in this plane. And then of course he angers some of this admiral, and then he has to go back to Top Gun to teach this new group of students for a new mission that they have to go on, which is kind of almost impossible. And it's basically it kind of has the same beats of the first movie, because like when it comes to the first movie, I like it, it's fine, I really liked it, and then but you can see there are a lot of parallels in between the first one and this one, as you can see, because it's Maverick being back at Top Gun. There's a lot of tension in the new crew, but a lot of the new characters in the movies are actually great. There's not one character in this movie that's like annoying or doesn't fit anywhere. It's like all the characters are really set up great, and all the characters, yeah, some of them play like the typical beats like from the first one, like you have with Miles Teller's son, who's Goose's son, who is actually very great in the movie. And I love the storyline between him and Maverick, which they have, and this tension that they have throughout the movie, you know, with him not telling him the reason why, you know, he pulled his papers from the academy and the reason he couldn't fly as early. And it's like, I really like the tension and the story that they build up with it, you know, with Rooster now, Goose's son, you know, being mad at Tom Cruise for, you know, basically taking years of his career, you know, not allowing him to fly basically, and for him and Tom Cruise to kind of earn this trust back together again at the end of the movie, which is really great. Now the mission that they have to do is actually pretty cool. They have to fly in enemy territory, which is actually kind of smart. They never mention the enemy, who it is, they just refer to it as the enemy. They never name a country or a place. It feels like the safest bet to not piss off anybody on the internet. It's like, oh, they made this one again a villain. It's like, nope, we just call it the enemy. We don't even see their faces. It's just the enemy. It was actually a kind of smart move. But they have to fly this mission where they have to fly through these mountains. Complicated mission that they have to do, like shoot a missile into this narrow point where they have to destroy some of this uranium that's about to be delivered there, and then fly up a mountain while missiles shooting them. It's a lot of fun. But I do love Tom Cruise in this movie, it's so great. Jennifer Connelly, Miles Teller's, like John Hamm is really great. Val Kilmer's really great in this movie. There's this really great emotional scene with Val Kilmer in the movie. I was really hoping, like, is he gonna be in the movie? Because, you know, since he has this problem with his throat in real life, but they really utilize that and actually work it in the movie very great. It's one of the most emotional scenes in the movie. It was really great to see that. It's like, there's a little fun moment where he says, just between me and you, who's the better pilot? It's such a nice moment. Let's not ruin it. I really love that they still have like this dynamic, and he passes away in the movie, which I feel like wasn't necessary. Like, he could have lived on, but maybe because, I don't know, if they're ever gonna make another one, I don't think they'll come out if he wanna be in it, or I don't know, decide. But still, it was a nice character arc for this character to be in the movie. And all the other characters also, I also love the dynamic that he has to build up with these new kids, you know, because you also have, like, from this new crew, you have like the hot shot, the one's a little bit nervous, you know, the one who doesn't trust anyone. You have like these rivalries, you know, who's gonna be captain leader for this mission. You have this rivalry going on, which is a lot of fun. Also, the plane sequences, like the action sequences, are done very great, very great. Now I know some of them are CGI, but Tom Cruise, some of them he actually did do it in a jet, because you can actually see, like, the way the camera moves. Because I watched the movie twice, and you can really see, like, on the sides, like, ain't no way that this is CGI. Like, maybe for some of the other actors, yes, but to Tom Cruise, especially like this long shot from the ship going to the air is done very great. Really love the practical aspects of this movie. Like, the amount of CGI, if there is CGI, you can't tell actually. Maybe sometimes once or twice at the end of the mission, which is actually very good made. I also love the I also love the relationship that he has with Jennifer Connelly, you know, with him actually finding. I love that Maverick this time finds a little bit, you know, something a little more ground, like something to be together. Because Maverick is kind of like this lonely wolf, you know, he still feels guilty about, you know, Goose being dead, you know, and he was trying to be a father for his son, but, you know, they lost that relationship kind of. And it was actually a very interesting story. I really like this story, even though, like I said, some of the beats are familiar from the past movie. And the mission when they have the fight is done very well. It's done a lot of fun action, a lot of fun sequences. Also, as soon as you hear that music, dong, that damn bell, I was like, oh, it's about to get started. But the story is done very well. The direction is very great in this movie. The music is a lot of fun. We get to hear Highway to the Danger Zone. Even though it's just for briefly during the first opening of the movie, I really wish we would have heard it again. My only gripe with the movie actually is, because story-wise the movie is very great, also the pacing of the movie is very good. Like the editing of the movie is very good and the pacing of the movie is very good. What kind of keeps the movie going in a very steady pace all the time. I also love when they have this first training session and they don't trust Maverick and it's like the loser have to do 200 push-ups and you have his friend, yep, it was worth the selfie, wasn't it? Up, down. That was a lot of fun. Also, of course, we get a callback, you know, to Rooster playing great balls of fire, you know, like his father did in the previous movie, which is actually a very touching scene. And you can see, you know, Tom Cruise, like, you know, this emotion going through of this memory, him and his best friend playing that song at the restaurant that they did in the first one. My only gripe with the movie is, because like I said, story-wise, pacing-wise, character-wise, it's all great. Directing-wise, everything is great. My only gripe is we didn't get the score Take My Breath Away, which I feel like we get the song from Lady Gaga, but it's like, yeah, no, sorry. It's like, this song, Take My Breath Away, was such a huge part of the first movie. Like, it was playing, like, there was the whole dynamic between Tom Cruise and the first love interest he had. Every time you hear that dong 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 dong, like, it sets up this tension in this movie and it fits so well. I was just like, please let this play in the movie, and they don't play this song, which was actually very disappointing. I was like, how could you not? I feel like at the very end, they played a song, like I said, from Lady Gaga, Hold Your Hand, I think, which is alright, but it didn't fit. Like, I was really missing, like, for me, to really make this movie, like, perfect, it would be like, I need that score, because it was such a big part of the first movie. Like, how can you not have it in this one? Like, even like brief, like sample, like Danger Zone, like those are the type of stuff you need to have in a sequel like this. I mean, because if you do a sequel those many years apart, or if you do a sequel from old movies, like there's certain stuff you have to kind of get like this feel, like, you know, fun feel from the last one. But like I said, the whole movie's fun, the action sequences are fun, the story is very interesting, you know, with Maverick teaching these kids and, you know, trying to learn, you know, find his way and get in a relationship, kind of find like a home, basically, not being this lonely wolf kind of. But the movie is a lot of fun. I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Top Gun Maverick, let me know what you think about the movie. Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? I really like this movie. I really hope, if they decide to do a Top Gun 3, I hope it's not 30 years later. And I really had a great time with this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's a really great movie. The action sequences are really great. The direction is great. The pacing is great. The acting is great. And like I said, though, my only gripe is that we don't get Take My Breath Away, which I feel like would have been so perfect at the end, like when he flies with Jennifer Connelly to the plane, like don't. If they would have hit it, I would give this movie a 10 out of 10. Because like, if the sequel is that long apart, the audience basically needs those nostalgic things. Like, you have to have them. I mean, yes, you can do new things, but there are certain things you have to connect with that audience that saw it the first time. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and as always, see you next time.